everybody. Welcome to
Miracle Mondays.
Miracle
Miracle
Monday.
Monday.
Yeah, that's right. Thank you for whoever unmuted and told, and for everybody else who told it on mute also. Thank you. So we are on Miracle Monday today, and our Sanatana Sakshi for today is one of your buddies, one of your Kinkini buddies' mother. She's a parent of one of you here. Who it is, I'll reveal later. Okay, but we have Rashima today. Shivam Rashima. Thank you for joining us.
Shivaham.
And Rashima has a very interesting story for all of you. But before she gets to the story, before we find out what the miracle she went through was, let's get to know her better. We'll ask her, Rashima, what is one thing that you like? Whatever is coming into your head right now, you can tell us. It could be something that you eat, something that you do, or yeah, some passion of yours. So I will just get to know you a little bit better. Usually we don't ask the adults what is their job and what they do and stuff. So this is how we get to know you.
I really love to talk.
Wow. Wonderful. So that's something we have in common, Rashima. I also love to do that. And I can assure you, I can vouch for all the children here. They also love to talk. You should
Shiva.
listen to this. There. Shivam, Shashank. So they ask so many questions and they have so many thoughts. So that's so wonderful to know that we all have something in common. So, Rashima, I would directly like to come to your story. And you told me a very brief bit about it, but I'm very excited to hear the expanded full story of it. So, yes, please tell us what was the miracle that you witnessed?
This story or experience that I'm talking about, I've had this, I think, some 16, 17 years back when I was, I think, 24, 25 years old. And this is about the pilgrimage that many people take to Amarnath Ji, which is one of the 12 Jyotirlings. I hope many must have heard of it,
Do you
right?
guys know what are Jyotirlingas? Any of you have heard of it? Yeah, some of you have. Okay, that's good. Otherwise, if those who don't know, it becomes a good reading project in your free time. Okay, just Google or ask your parents or find a book that tells you about the Jyotirlingas. Is very very interesting. And once you'll find out and tell me, then I'll tell you something more interesting also about that. But yes, one of the Jyotirlingas, they were saying, Rashima, that you went on a yatra too.
Yeah. So it's called Amarnath Ji. It's high up in the mountains. And this particular shivling of Shivji, of course, is made of ice naturally, right? It's like in a cave. It's made of ice. So of course, every year the
And what are
size.
you talking about?
You're not able to
Um,
hear, Shashank? Are you not able to hear?
Ma'am, I can hear, but I joined up late.
Okay, so Rashima has just started telling a story. You can sit and listen, okay? She's talking about the time she went to Amarnath on a yatra, okay?
Okay, ma'am.
this particular shivling is formed naturally because it's solid ice and it's formed in a cave. So of course, every year the size and the thickness differs. When I went, it was very tall and very thick that particular year. Now I did not know a lot about this Jyotirling, to be very honest. My mom had already been on this particular yatra. She told me that group of my father, I mean, a friend of my father is going with a big group. So I should also go. So I was like, okay, I took it up as an adventure because there was a lot of trekking involved. There are two ways to go to Amarnathji. One is through Baltal, which is hardcore trek,
Mm.
and one is through Pahalgam, which is where you go by car, then you take a helicopter, and then only a few, I think, just a few steps when you reach the temple. But I went through the very difficult trek path. Okay. Um so so we went with a big group, right? And until then I had never traveled in a sleeper coach. We've always traveled in a third AC or second AC coaches. right? And our train was super late, so we had to sit on the platform. I've never done that till date. I've never done that in my life. And everybody, they spread out a bed sheet and they sat and we had lunch and everything. And it was a very new experience for me because we always went to the proper railway station lounge to sit until we waited for our train. So, anyways, we reached this place. I'm not remembering the place we reached before we camped for the night because our bus was late. So we camped for the night. It was a big makeshift tents, lot of tents. When you've reached Amarnath. So of course we had to spend the night there, and we were given blankets. It's all ice. It's all snow
Yeah,
on the
it's
mountains. So the
very
makeshift
high
tents,
up. It's
yeah, it's
really high up
on
too.
the ground is also snow. So the makeshift tents, they have laid down thick carpets, and you have to sleep on the carpets. There are no mattresses because the mattresses would get wet. They'll
Hmm.
absorb the wetness from the snow. So there are thick carpets. You have to sleep on the carpets, and then you're given blankets. And it's a big crowd, a lot of people. So the blanket is being pulled by everybody. And initially, I had rolled up my legs inside the blanket. So halfway through the night, I stretch out my legs, and my legs are out in the air, open. There's no blanket for me on my legs. So, and I was really scared because even though it was in June, right, June or July, I think, but every winters until then we had very difficult winters because the winters were very strong and my toes always got swelled up very badly, so bad that my toes were all red in winters, very thick, and they used to itch so badly that I used to cry because of the itching and because of the pain. And I couldn't wear my shoes, I couldn't wear my socks because my shoes wouldn't fit because my toes were so thick and swollen. And I had to apply some oil to calm the itchiness or to reduce it down. So my legs were out in the open, and I was scared that by tomorrow morning my toes will be all swelled up, so I won't be able to wear my shoes. And I still had to trek aage thoda sa, and I had to climb up the stairs. So well, I just tried to sleep. Morning mein, we got up, we had to take a bath before you go to the temple. And I was wondering ki if I had to take a bath with cold water. It's freezing cold out there because it's all snow around you. Luckily there was arrangement of hot water also, warm water for your bath. I was really grateful for that, and a lot of other things high up in the mountains. So of course we all got ready, and then came the difficult part because we had to take off our shoes somewhere, and from there I think there were 20 steps to the temple. And all through the steps and in the temple there was a little water because the snow keeps melting a little. And I was really scared that I am going to climb up this freezing water. I mean, the steps where there's water, and my toes will start swelling up. By the time I'm in the temple,
Hmm.
my toes will be all red and puffy, like good squishy toy or something. And I was super, super scared because if it starts paining and, if it starts itching, it becomes terribly bad. But well, I was just looking around, absorbing everything because it's such a beautiful place. You just want to just be there and not think about anything else. So I went up the temple, I reached there. I was there in the temple, I think, for good 30 minutes, 30 minutes to 45 minutes, while standing in that freezing water, because little water is there, not like your entire feet is submerged in water, but you are standing, your feet is touching the water, okay, the toes are touching the water. So for 45 minutes I came down, nothing happened to my toes, nothing, not a single pain, not once did I had the urge to itch. And I mean, I wasn't even remembering I wasn't even thinking or worrying if my toes are getting swelled up or no, because I think it was something about that place where I was so absorbed, because
Mhm.
not once did the thought occur to me that something could happen to my body where which would make me uncomfortable. So the darshan was very nice, very calm, and I was so peaceful from within. I came back down, wore my shoes, and it was done. So not once, and this is a problem I used to have. I think every winter for like good 5 6 years, every winters I used to be afraid when the winters were approaching, because it will be a big time 1 month ka problem for me. So I think this was the first experience wherein I thought it's a good adventurous trip. I should go. I had no inclination of going, just because my mom told me. So I said, okay, sure, why not? Let's go. So the experiences I've had sitting on the railway station and eating, traveling in a sleeper bus. I've never had done that. And sleeping in a makeshift tent where your legs are out in the open. There's no blanket on your legs, also. Halfway under the knees, nothing. You're just wearing your woolen, whatever you're wearing is covering you. Nothing else is on top of that. Then next morning, you wake up, you take a bath, and you walk down those steps up to the temple. Ekdam thanda thanda, everything is very cold. And yet nothing happens. Nothing. See, all this made me feel that perhaps there's something around me protecting me, something around me which is which doesn't want me to think about anything else but just the energy around me and the energy of the place. So many things to be grateful for the makeshift tents, even though my legs were in the air, but there was so wonderful arrangement, so much food, such variety of food you get high up in the mountains. And this is all taken by horses. There is no car or no truck going up. There's a very small path where the
Yogama, you
people
might
who,
want to show the photo here. Yeah, thank you.
yeah, this is the shivling.
Yeah.
Can we go to the first picture? Yeah, so this is the shivling, this is the cave, and this particular shivling is formed 100% of ice and is formed every year by itself. That's why the size differs. And as I've been told, it's become smaller in the number of years because of the warming around us, the global warming. And yeah, these are the makeshift tents.
Mm.
This is the valley. I think the temple is, this is the route,
This is the
this is the
path.
path.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the path where we have to trek. If we can we zoom in on this? So I'll just show how narrow it is. Yeah, this is the path. It'll work. This is the path, and so how we have two lanes on a road, right? One lane is for the cars that's going from one side to the other side. The other lanes, the car is coming from the other side. This narrow path had people, horses, and I don't know what do you call to those people who carry you. Right? So
Mhm.
three categories of people going up, three categories of people coming down also. Same path. And of course, there's no honking here. So how do you make way? The people used to say, "Bhole, bhole, bhole," and then that's your cue to make space for the people coming down. So it was amazing, and this was my first trek of my life. I had never trekked before it. I was not aware how high it is. But yeah, and that's the place. It's all snow.
How many days did it take for you to trek up, Rashima?
1 day.
1 day it takes.
Yeah,
Okay.
1 day.
And you went by foot, not on horseback or.
No, I was really scared of horses. I said, "Ki I can trust my legs. I can't trust the legs of the horses." So I went. I was the only person in my group, and another friend of mine who were on foot. Rest, everybody, most of the people, half of the people were on horses, or those people who carry them.
Mm.
So yeah,
Great. That's a beautiful story and so nice to hear, no, that what
yeah,
you had been suffering from for 5, 6 years, and then you were scared also to be barefooted on the ice, touching in close contact with the cold, and nothing
yeah.
happened. That's a true miracle in itself.
And
Absolutely,
nothing
absolutely
happened.
miraculous.
And after that, none of the winters I've had that problem.
Wow.
None of the winter. I just recalled it. उसके बाद it
Wow.
never happened. So maybe, I mean,
So
that
nice.
was the end to it.
That's his grace, yeah. That's
Yeah.
beautiful. What a lovely story. Thank you for sharing, Rashima. That was really,
Thank
really,
you. Thank you for
really
having me.
lovely to listen. Let's now open it up to the children to ask any of their questions.
Sure.
Yes, Natara.
You said you went somewhere during the summers, right?
Yeah.
So then, still, how was it so cold and there was ice?
Yeah, actually, when I mentioned the timeline, I was also wondering which time of the year I went,
No, so Amarnath ji, the
because
yatra is open only June end to August end. So anytime in
yeah,
June end or early July. So this is the only time they open up because that is summer. Yes, it's summer for us, but high up in the mountains where the ice and all is, no, it'll be less cold than it is in winter. That's the only time, like normal humans and pilgrims can actually make the trip. So they open
yeah,
it out.
cheating.
Most importantly, only in that time for 45 days, the Shivling, Amarnath ji, forms in ice. It's I don't know if you've heard of stalagmites and yeah, so
Stalactites.
yeah, stalagmites and stalactites. So this is a stalagmite Shivling which forms on its own only for 45 days. So when it is formed, they open out the yatra for people to come and have his darshan.
I think also because other time of the year, the area might become difficult to access.
Yeah, the too cold, too many storms, and
Yeah.
ice also forms everywhere. So slippery roads also. I mean, most importantly, yes, the shivling only forms in this time for 45 days. That's why it's open. Otherwise, I'm sure people will still, go if it's open through the year. But it's the shivling only forms during this time. And in the mountains, it doesn't matter. Summer, winter, there is always ice and snow.
Yeah, like in the Himalayas, it's
Yeah,
always covered in snow.
yeah,
So this is also very high up, around closer to Srinagar, or maybe higher than Srinagar. I think higher than Srinagar.
yeah. It's definitely higher than Srinagar. It's close to Srinagar,
Mm,
about 150 kilometers from there or something.
yeah.
Yes, Shashank, we'll go to your question now.
What, what is the temperature?
Huh?
What is
Temperature.
the temperature?
What's the temperature? Oh.
Temperature. I'll also have to check.
And
Um,
I have another question.
Hmm.
hmm.
Did you go for Ladakh?
No, I didn't
Ladakh.
go to Ladakh. I wish I had. Because anyways, I was going so high, but because I was traveling with somebody else, so I didn't.
So temperature at Amarnath, I don't know how much it will be, Shashank, but it will definitely be below 0 degrees for the ice to remain. It's like colder than your
Hmm.
freezer, so it'll be -10, -20 something. Very, very cold enough so that ice is formed and remains as ice. Because no, the temperature of ice formation. Yes, Agastya.
So where is the Amarnathji temple exactly located?
Hmm. I have to check.
It's close to Kashmir. It's close to Srinagar. That's what, like I said, it's 150 kilometers away from there. So, and then Rashima was mentioning two routes, na?
Hmm.
So she took one route. These
Yeah.
are the only two routes available. So all pilgrims will have to take one of these two routes.
Okay, so
Which
like
near,
one it takes airlift. One is
Yeah. One is you have
Yeah.
to go on foot or horse or helicopters. There are helicopter rides nowadays. Yes. Yes, Aradhya.
I just wanted to ask, how much time did it take for you to trek?
1 day. We started in the morning, and morning from a lower region where our bus took us from the railway station. I'll have to recall that place. So from the railway station, we took a bus. We went to a place where the tents are, right? The makeshift tents, the picture we showed you. From there, you have to trek to the temple. So because our bus reached late to the base camp, we can call it like a base camp. So we had to, spend the night because of course the temple closes down by, I think, 5 or 6. Sorry. So next morning we trekked to the mandir, to the temple, and we came down also the same day because you can't stay over there. So everybody who goes to the temple, who visits the temple, has to come down the same day because the tents are the base camp is Niche. Give me a moment. I'll have to have water.
Yeah. Go ahead. In the meantime, let's show you, since everybody was curious, where is Sri Amarnath? No, Yogama has pulled out a map for you. See, that's Srinagar there. That's Kashmir. Okay, and then close to that, yeah, is Pahalgam or Baltal. These are the two routes that are available. You can take either one of it and then reach to
Yeah.
Sri Amarnathji's cave. It's a cave, and the ice forms in the shape of a huge linga like that. And then there are two smaller ones also which forms additionally. And that one is known as Parvati Ma, and the other one they pray as Lord Ganesha. So that's what's there in the cave.
Yeah, so apparently, and not apparently, I think it is the Baltal route is all trek. I think
Oh,
it's 14 or
yeah.
15 kilometers one way.
Mm-hmm.
The Baltal route is the one which is the narrow one. The Pahalgam wala is wherein you can take transport,
Take the
various
bus.
modes of transport.
Okay,
You don't
okay.
have to trek all the way up.
I see.
But
Yeah.
Baltal, you can't take a mode of transport. It's either by your own foot, horse, or the people who carry you.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That's what I
Because
heard,
the
that it
path
takes
is
two,
very
three
narrow.
days, 72 hours at least it takes to trek, is what I heard. So that must be that
Oh,
route
that's a
then.
lot.
Amazing.
We took only 1 day.
Wow. Thanks, Yogama. This is great. Yogama, can you also try and pull up a picture of the Amarnath Ji lingam with somebody standing close by to get an idea of the size? I
Okay.
just wanted to show if you can find something like that in the meantime. In the meantime, yes, we'll take Anaira's question. Yes, Anaira.
So, the Jyotirlinga, does it melt every year and freeze every year?
I think, yeah.
Yeah. Yes, it does, Anaira. So it is said that according to the moon, according to the lunar phases, the size also decreases and increases. On a moon night is when it's at its maximum breadth size, and after the 45-day period, it's he's no longer there, melts away.
Okay.
Any other thoughts, questions?
I think it'll be difficult to get a picture with a person near the shivling. Why? Because the shivling actually is, at an elevated
I see.
elevation. Yeah, we have to stand down
Mm-hmm.
under. You see that red
Okay.
bars over there. So
Yeah,
when
yeah,
my
yeah.
mother went, the bars were not there.
Oh,
You could, that time you could actually go and touch the shivling. So when people started hugging and doing all sorts of things, that's why they built those bars.
I
You
see.
see those yellow things? I think this
They will
is
stop
the
there.
previous thing. Yeah, could be.
Hmm.
So when I went, you see this yellow stair kind of a thing where the soldier is standing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so this was closed for us. We
I
had
see.
to just stand where the
Down.
stairs end. Yeah.
Okay, okay. Wow. Thanks, Yogama. That was nice to see. Yes, Nitara.
Yeah, was there like a temple next to it, like a properly made cave or something like that?
No, I don't remember if there was a temple like how we see the temples, right? With the dome and the that
The
cone or
Gopuram, yeah,
triangle
yeah.
shape thing. Because this cave is the temple.
I don't think anything is built around it.
Yeah, because this cave itself is the temple.
Hmm. So nothing is
I mean,
built.
the shivling is formed inside the cave.
Hmm.
If we can go back to that picture, no? I think one of the pictures was showing just the cave and not the shivling. It was a picture taken from outside, quite far away.
Can you just share, Yogama?
I think it was showing the border of the cave,
Yeah.
the
Yeah, the
Okay.
the
opening.
curve.
Yeah, the arch. It was showing the
Yeah.
arch. So that's the entire cave. And when you enter the cave, you don't have to go very deep inside. From outside, it looks that it's a very deep cave, and from outside, you can't even see the shivling because it's.
Ah.
So let tell you, it's like if you've ever broken a coconut shell
Hmm.
in half, right? But actually not in half. Like say like it's 1/4 and 3/4. So the
Hmm.
3/4 part, the shell, you know how it covers a little more on the top.
Hmm.
If you can visualize, so that is how the cave is. The inside, it's not very deep inside, but because
Hmm.
it covers from the top, it looks it's pretty deep. But when you reach there, you just see the shivling.
Hmm.
But from outside, you can't see much.
Okay.
If that answered your question.
Yeah, and also one more question,
Hmm.
that if over there it's always snowy, then how does the Shivlinga melt?
It does. That's the miracle of it. No, it melts and then comes back the next year. Right. So that's all the time we have for today. So let's thank Rashima. Why don't you all thank
Thank you, Rashima.
her?
Thank
So
you.
glad to be here.
Thank you.